Welcome to Emotions and Stories. Not every school is safe and not every student is harmless. Let's begin our today's story, Classroom 9. On the edge of the village of Devli, nestled amongst against the backdrop of thick trees and fog, stood Devli Government School, an old, functioning school with a reputation the villagers spoke of only in whispers. Children studied there, bells rang, classes ran, but one part of the building remained untouched over a decade. Room number 9. Miss Radhika Mehra, recently transferred from the city, didn't believe in ghost stories. She was young, sharp, and determined to prove herself. When locals warned her to stay away from the last room on the corridor, she smiled politely and ignored them. Superstitions thrive where logic fades, she told herself. But will that logic would soon be tested? Her first day felt off. Despite the morning sun, the school felt unusually cold. The walls echoed more than they should. The students were quiet, too quiet. It was during lunch break that she first noticed room number 9. It sat at the far end of the east corridor, sealed with thick chains and a rusted sign that once had a name, now scratched beyond recognition. When she asked the principal, he grew pale. We don't talk about that room, Miss Mehra. It's best left alone. She asked again. He lowered his voice. A girl died in there, and some say she never left. The principal thought no one heard him, but walls have ears. And soon strange things began happening because now someone knew she was curious. Whispers echoed during her lectures. Children turned abruptly as if someone called their names. A girl fainted during morning assembly, murmuring, "She's here again, behind me." Students refused to use the east corridor. Some cried if sent near it. One boy carved the words, "She watches from the dark," into his desk. Radhika wanted to dismiss it all as fear fueled gossip until she heard the humming. Late one afternoon, as she graded notebooks, a lullaby floated down the hallway. Chanda Mama Gulke. A distant, childlike, and unmistakably real. When she stepped out to check, the corridor was empty. But the chains on room number 9? They lay on the floor. Radhika was curious, but some instinct stopped her from going any further. Chill made her step back and run from the building, leaving the notebooks and her purse there, leaving a part of her longer than advisable. The next morning, the staff avoided eye contact. Only the old peon, Ramdeen Chacha, dared to speak. There was a girl, he said, Suhani. She was odd. Never spoke to classmates, always staring into corners and talking to someone invisible. One day during recess, all the class got locked inside room 9. No one knows how. Radhika leaned in, goosebumps on her arms. When the door was opened, all the students were unconscious, except Suhani. What was she doing? Radhika asked, curious. Floating just above the teacher's chair, humming, smiling. What happened? She died that night, Ramdeen said flatly. No one knows how. There were no injuries, just a smile on her face and a red crayon in her hand. The room was sealed, but Suhani's presence was always felt in that room. It was like she never left. the students started fainting or mumbling incoherently in that class. So the room was sealed. That night, Radhika stood outside room number 9. The lock was lying on the floor along with the chains. Something tugged at her. Her curiosity or something darker. Ramdeen Chacha saw her walking towards the school past midnight. The only witness. She turned to leave, but the door creaked open on its own. Inside, it was ice cold. Broken desk, torn charts, a single chair in the center gently rocking. And on the chalkboard, in fresh red strokes, you opened it. As she stepped back, the door slammed shut. She screamed, banged on it, but no sound escaped. And then a whisper behind her ear. Will you be my teacher? She turned, but there was no one. Only a dusty mirror on the far wall, her reflection stood still but smiled. But Radhika wasn't smiling. Her reflection tilted its head and whispered, Class has begun. They found her next morning on the floor of room number 9, murmuring Suhani's name again and again. The room had remained locked all night. No one knew how she got in. She was transferred immediately, too disturbed to speak. Her last scribbled note said she wants more. One teacher isn't enough. The school is still running. The room 9 is still sealed, but the students say that sometimes at exactly 3:09 p.m., humming echoes through the halls. Red crayon marks appear on glass windows, and a figure in white uniform is seen peeking through the cracks. And if you ever hear the whisper, Will you be my teacher? Don't answer, because Suhani is still looking for more teachers. I hope you enjoyed today's story. Do let us know in the comments what you think about it. Thank you.